Ahead on a special edition of OC News, what's in store for the future of Cal State Fullerton? More parking, more housing for students and faculty?
I think we have good, strong consensus on campus that this should be our master plan, so I'm really excited about that.
Titan baseball is a tradition of excellence. We dig deeper to find out what goes into a nationally ranked baseball program, from the coaches to the recruiting of players to the hours of practice, and you might be surprised to find an extra dose of magic.
Obviously, everyone knows the school's history ever since Augie Garrido kind of put Cal State Fullerton on the map.
And they influence our lives from what we buy to what we think of politics.
And now, kind of down the line, you know, there's always the cute moments where people are like, yeah, I perfectly balance my social life and my work life and school, but I don't.
Those stories and much more straight ahead on this special edition of OC News. Welcome to the special edition of OC News. I'm Alexi Aguayo. OC News is produced by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton. We spent weeks digging deeper into a few issues newsworthy to our community. We start our show with a look at the campus of Cal State Fullerton. A lot has changed since CSUF opened in 1957. 63 years ago, Cal State Fullerton was called Orange County State College. It was the 12th state college in California. A lot has changed in 6 decades, and a lot of change is planned for the future of our campus. The next master plan for Cal State Fullerton is being discussed. Who knows what the campus will look like in 10, 20, or even 50 years from now? This is the campus of Cal State Fullerton back in the day. A lot changed since then with more infrastructures, but Cal State Fullerton needs to evolve to keep up with modern times. They do so with the so-called Campus Master Plan. The master plan is a blueprint to transform the school into a safer, more sustainable campus.
And the idea is to envision or imagine what the campus will look like 10 or 15 years from now, so that we can begin to plan.
Part of this master plan includes possibly removing this crosswalk and adding in a whole new pedestrian bridge.
Most important, safety of our students and faculty and staff. Second is to connect College Park with the rest of campus so it feels like a connection. A third advantage of this will be we will do away with the crosswalk, and so people will use this as their main entrance and exit, and that will improve traffic flow across Knotwood as well for everybody coming in and out of campus, but also just for the people of Fullerton.
Honestly, sometimes I run late to class and the crosswalk takes a really long time to change just because there's a lot of drivers going on. So I would really love that.
The bridge and other features are in the preferred option stage of the plan. Cal State Fullerton held a public meeting to detail the preferred option before the final stage of the timeline.
I think we have good, strong consensus on campus that this should be our master plan. So I'm really excited about that. Now we have to take that plan to the Board of Trustees in Long Beach and have them review and approve it. Make sure that all the environmental impacts are assessed and approved and taken care of. And then it should be, I think, with the board for approval at their May meeting coming up in May of 2020.
For more information, check out masterplan.fullerton.edu. Again, that is masterplan.fullerton.edu. You can also leave comments or concerns on the website as well. We turn now to the dangers of vaping. Edwin?
What was once thought to be an alternative to cigarettes has now turned deadly, as CSUF, an advocacy group, helps inform young people about the potential dangers associated with vaping before it's too late.
We are here because we want to be here, because we are being hurt by these products, because we are seeing our fellow students from our schools, our friends, and family members being hurt by these products.
Rena Mamone is the current president of the Fresh Air Advocates and the first American Lung Association Collegiate Council nationwide. She's currently studying public health.
When I went to a lot of city council meetings and I started advocating for what I really feel passionate about, and that is when I knew that this is what I want to do in the future. I want to be a voice for other people, and doing so, I want to do it in a law-based setting and more in a community-based setting. The Fresh Air Advocates is a student-led organization. It's considered more of an internship organization where students can utilize it as an internship experience. So what we do is we advocate for our smoke-free policy here on campus.
Cal State Fullerton's smoke-free policy also includes all types of e-cigarettes, and it extends across the entire campus. Abigail Rivera explains how young people are obtaining vaping products online despite California's age limit of 21.
Most of the vaping product websites, they would just ask oh, are you over 21 or not? And then we can put yes or no. That's the only restriction in order to access the site.
One common misconception of e-cigarettes is the vaping liquid.
The main issue is that these e-cigarettes are advertising the huge flavors in the stores, like Skittle flavors, mango flavors, and a lot of teens share this with their friends and they say, oh, I have the mango flavor, do you want to try this out?
The Center for Disease Control Center reports over 2,000 cases related to vaping and 47 confirmed deaths. Researchers are now scrambling for answers to what's now being referred as a vaping epidemic. The advisor for the Fresh Air Advocates has been researching tobacco control for over 12 years. He explains why it's so difficult to discover the causes.
Within electronic cigarettes themselves, it's because the juice is not regulated, it's not entirely clear what's going into what people are buying or really the long-term health effects of what's being aerosolized. The Food and Drug Administration has regulatory authority over electronic cigarettes, but they have been slow to act.
After the surge in vaping-related injuries, President Donald Trump proposed a federal ban on flavored e-cigarettes. But just how likely is it?
I think it'd be very difficult, because I think in the localities where you have bans in place, you typically have public support. It's not entirely clear to me that you have that same sort of local support in every community nationwide. So I think the enforcement around that would be challenging.
More information or to get involved, you can contact the CSUF Fresh Air Advocates via Facebook.
So Edwin, tell us, what's the next step in President Donald Trump's plan to propose to ban e-vape products?
Yeah, Lexi, he's considering now to increase the purchase limit age to 21, and what seems very promising, but there is going to be extensive resources that local governments will need to implement.
Interesting. Thank you, Edwin. Now we go to Curtis with the Titan baseball team and how they perform on a national level.
Our Titan baseball team is one of the best in the country, but what does it take to win year after year? Is it the coaches, the players, hours of practice? Let's take a look at the team from past, present, and future to find out what it takes to make this team so special.
Cal State Fullerton is one of the top baseball schools in the country, and their past and present says it all. The Titans' first year as a Division I baseball team came in 1975. They were led by head coach Augie Garrido, and in their first year, made an appearance in the College World Series. Garrido put the CSUF baseball team on the map. He coached the team for a total of 19 seasons while bringing home a total of 3 national championships. While Garrido passed away in 2018, the legacy he started is continued on today.
Obviously, everyone knows the school's history ever since Augie Garrido kind of put Cal State Fullerton on the map. Everyone knows Cal State Fullerton baseball is just a grind, and everyone wants to come here and win.
This program started off with a winning mentality, and they have continued that trend throughout the years. The Titan baseball team has gone through all 44 years without a losing season. Another part of this storied program is the talent that comes with it. Many Cal State Fullerton alumni have gone on to play at the professional level. The Titans have produced many players into the MLB, and some of them have won the World Series with their respective teams. The latest to conquer this feat was Kurt Suzuki in 2019 with the Washington Nationals. Suzuki was a Titan from 2002 to 2004 and is one of the few players to win a College World Series and an MLB World Series title. In the 2019 World Series, he slugged a home run off of future Hall of Famer Justin Verlander.
Here's one hammered into left, off the bat of Suzuki and gone. Nationals jump back on top. It's 3-2 here in the 7th.
Kurt Suzuki is arguably the best catcher to ever play at Cal State Fullerton. In his years here, he received All-American honors and also a Johnny Bench Award, which is given to the best catcher in all of college baseball. He helped lead the Titans to a College World Series championship in 2004 with a game-winning hit against Texas. Suzuki is a great example of what being a Titan is all about, which is grinding it out and staying tough in high-leverage situations.
Being comfortable, being uncomfortable, that's why you have to, when you're at a high level, like when you get into the minor leagues or major leagues, you have to be able to withstand that.
Having a winning attitude is a major factor to why the Titans have been so successful, and it all starts with the coaching. Good coaching wins championships, while also maintaining success year after year. The coaching staff is filled with Cal State Fullerton alumni, which means they know how to win and progress players to their best ability.
Pretty much every coach here was a Titan, and I think that's very valuable to the program because they've been through what everyone is going through now, and they've been around college baseball forever. We have our one guy that's not from Cal State Fullerton is from Oregon State, which is a winning program. They just won the College World Series 2 years ago. So I think just the winning mentality is built within all the coaches, and they've all been at the top of the totem pole when it comes to championships and big games.
The reason the Titans are able to win year after year is because of their recruiting. They recently signed 8 players on National Signing Day this year, all who are top players in their class. Top recruits want to play here because they know that CSUF is a winning program that produces many professional athletes. Looking towards the future, the Titans look to bounce back from their worst season record-wise. Players on the team are confident that they can turn things around this year.
This year we have a lot of guys coming back. We're kind of playing with their chip on their shoulder this year, so I think everyone's playing with a little bit of fire in them.
As the team develops, so will their home, as some new additions will be coming to Goodwin Field late 2020. The baseball team has always been the face of athletics here at Cal State Fullerton. Along with their decorated past, the Titans will look forward to the future, including a new clubhouse and ticket booth right here. I'm Curtis Redmond for OC News.
Cal State Fullerton baseball is nationally known powerhouse, and they compete for a championship every year.
So Curtis, where do people go to follow Titan baseball?
Well, you can check out the team right here at Cal State Fullerton at Goodwin Field. And if you don't have time to go to a game, you can always check out Titan Sports on YouTube and watch all the highlights as well.
Thank you, Curtis. Many players will never make the Titan baseball team, but that shouldn't stop them from playing in college. When we come back, we'll take a look at some sports teams on campus that are a lot less competitive, but just might be a lot more fun.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out."
Many Little League baseball players dream of making it in the major leagues, and their parents dream of a college scholarship. But for many athletes, those dreams aren't a reality. But that doesn't mean a college student can't play. Club sports aren't as competitive as official college sports, but for many athletes, that means the game is a lot more fun to play. The goal of every athlete growing up is to one day play at the Division I level. But that goal is not a reality to most, as less than 2% of high school athletes make it. Athletes attending Cal State Fullerton have another option, and that is club sports.
I mean, I think it first and foremost gives students like another way to get involved physically, right? So we have a lot of students that, either said, maybe they wanted to be on the NCAA team but didn't get that opportunity, or they just wanted to play competitively but they didn't want to be that serious, right?
As the NCAA teams on campus compete in Division I and are very competitive, the club sports teams take a more laid-back approach while still competing the best they can.
Especially because club sports, they're still competitive, but they're a little bit more relaxed, especially compared to a lot of high school sports. So it allows people to have a way to continue doing what they love and continue playing without so much of like the pressure of high school sports.
From archery to softball to volleyball, there are many ways to get involved with club sports. Not only playing, but roles from club presidents to a member of the governing body over club sports are available to all students. Mark Johnston takes on many roles with the club baseball team as he plays while also being the team's representative.
A lot of people may think it's kind of just a bunch of random people out there just, setting up their own stuff playing sports, but that's not true at all. There's actually really great leadership. Our council's really good. They go through, a lot of kind of hoops to get us to be able to play, get us in these different leagues and everything like that. So I think, being the rep, seeing all that stuff, it's really cool how dedicated and how, actually professional club sports on campus are.
Anything from beach cleanups, community service events, or supporting other events on campus, the clubs do a lot in the community.
We are really involved in the community. We give back through community service and philanthropies. We donate a lot of money every year to different nonprofit organizations. We spend time at beach cleanups. We just help better the community through all that we do.
As the goal for all is to play at the highest level possible, club sports provide students with an alternative and create friendships for life. For OC News, I'm Kyle Fulbright.
Club sports at Cal State Fullerton has just about something for everyone. I've played baseball here for almost 2 years now, and I've made some lifelong friends throughout the process.
So tell me, Kyle, I want to join you because that sounds like a lot of fun. So where do I go to sign up?
The club sports office is actually located here on campus in the TSU, so you could go there, and also at Discoverfest. All the clubs will be there, so you can go around to their tables and see what they're all about.
Awesome. Looks like I'm joining next semester. I'm just saying. From sports to social media, let's take a look at what it takes to become a social media influencer.
The rise of social media has allowed for just about anyone to have a platform. One Cal State Fullerton student is sharing her beauty and lifestyle tips, and thousands have taken notice.
In this social media obsessed world, many dream of being internet and Insta famous. Only a select few have achieved that status. What many people don't know is that there is someone who walks among us on this campus at CSUF who has reached that, and her name is Justina Sharp.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about now because I've been doing this for so long, and everything that I know how to do, I've learned mostly from the internet.
Justina is a student at Cal State Fullerton who is trying to find the balance between being a full-time student and a social media influencer. She calls herself a style and beauty creator on Instagram and is verified while nearly edging 50,000 followers. Her daily life consists of giving life and beauty advice to them.
And now, kind of down the line, there's always the cute moments where people are like, yeah, it's perfectly balanced my social life and my work life and school, but I don't. I very much sacrifice the social piece for the benefit of my work and my school stuff. And honestly, that's a price I'm okay with at this point.
What wasn't late was her content creating journey, which began when she was 13 after creating her blog, A Bent Piece of Wire, and which is still running today. Through the years, she gained the opportunity to work with brands such as Smashbox, American Eagle, and IKEA, just to name a few. And though that may sound like a dream for some, it isn't always easy.
The hardest part about my job is that I am essentially doing everything not completely alone, because I do get a lot of help from my partner and my family and my friends, but we were discussing earlier how being an influencer is kind of like a TV production. It's a TV production if your entire cast and crew was one person. People underestimate that because as a consumer, you're just seeing something for 5 seconds as you scroll past it or you double tap it.
Justina is not alone in her struggles of being a content creator. Alice Ford has her life and career on the internet as a Hollywood stunt woman who does YouTube, travel vlogging, and media hosting. While she gains experience as a social media influencer, she also gains the mentality to deal with the hardships that come with the job.
I think once you start sharing your life on social media, you get people that follow you and look to you for advice sometimes. You have a great responsibility to really be thoughtful about what you're putting out and what you're saying and what you're suggesting.
Justina is aware that the influencer lifestyle isn't one that will last a long time for herself, but she isn't worried about that.
I think that the influencer industry is a bubble that will burst sooner rather than later. My backup, I guess my springboard plan, it's gonna launch me out of the bubble, is being a digital strategist. I heavily advise that anyone who is a creator or is an influencer have some other projects. We all have a side hustle. Everyone needs to have a side hustle because it is unrealistic to expect that we're going to be able to go on creating the way that we are right now.
I'm Giselle Martinez for OC News.
Now, while she has a ton of followers, this isn't what she really wants to do. She told me that she wants to be a digital strategist, and she's hoping her degree will get her there.
Well, that's amazing. That's an amazing story. So what type of money we're talking about here with her social media influencing?
Well, they typically typically get 1,000 per 100,000 followers, so that's like 1 cent per person. But it also depends on the brands that promote them as well.
So I can just, so what's the process like getting a brand to you as a social media influencer? We'll cut that out. We'll cut that out. All right. So what are we doing?
Redo it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, Giselle.
It's okay. I was not prepared for that one.
No worries. Sorry about that. Let's do that again.
Okay. Now, while she has a ton of followers, this isn't what she really wants to do. She told me that she wants to be a digital strategist, and she's hoping that her degree will get her there.
So, social media influencing, that sounds like a great hobby. What type of money are we talking about here?
Well, they typically get 1,000 per 100,000 followers, so that's like 1 cent per person, but it also depends on the brands that promote them as well.
Wow, interesting. Thank you, Giselle.
Yeah.
Now, are you starting to feel the influence of the holidays? Coming after the break, we take a look at the holiday staple items that really branch out.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Every Christmas season, boxes and boxes of decorations are pulled from storage to adorn our homes for the holiday season. The main event is the Christmas tree. But which is better for the environment, the real tree or the artificial tree? We'll take a look and we'll let you decide.
The holiday season is time for traditions. In the United States, one of the biggest generational traditions is the Christmas tree.
Roughly 30 million people in the United States every single year buy a Christmas tree. Yet with the high dollar tags, people are wondering if they can get a better bang for their buck without sacrificing family traditions.
More cost-effective ways are plastic trees that can last years.
My family's had this tree since the 1960s. It was my great-grandparents. Every year they would pull out the same tree, and we have a lot of family photos that are tied to this. A lot of memories that they have tied to the Christmas tree, tied to that grandparents' space, and all the history behind that. So.
Yet families with history also need trees for the future. John has been selling Christmas trees for over 30 years, and for him, it's all about creating new memories.
I work directly with the grower, and I go up there, annually to make sure that the trees are taken care of. And dirty hands and sap and things are part of it, but the fun part of the tree business is the people, and to come in and seeing the kids light up and having older people come and just have a great time. People actually come into the lot and say, why not just get an artificial tree? And I say, well, when you're getting a tree, it's different every year.
And just like every year is different, Christmas trees can be used for many different alternatives at the end of the holiday season.
Other people with composting will want to grind them up and use them for their nurseries and around their house.
Yet there is no denying that much like the plastic trees, holidays are handed down from generation to generation and will continue to be in our memories as they do so.
And you really know it's Christmas once the tree comes out and it's fully decorated. That's my favorite part of the year, is decorating the Christmas tree.
Reporting for OC News, Mackenzie Quinn.
And you too can make a new tradition of recycling, donating, or composting your trees, making spirits bright this holiday season for others around you.
So Mackenzie, I saw there's a lot of many different trees. Do any of them have an effect on the environment?
Yeah, so they say that plastic trees can only last 5 to 7 years, but as Maggie told us, hers has lasted for decades. So it's really just about the love that you want to put into it. And I know that charities love to receive donations of real Christmas trees, compost, and things of that nature. So it's really the pick of the chooser.
Amazing. Well, that's all the time we have for you today on OC News. Thank you for watching OC News. I'm Alexi Aguayo.
And I'm Mackenzie Quinn. We'll be back next semester with more news coverage of our campus and Orange County. Have a great evening.